So now we're getting into the equations of lines. So how do you write the equation of the line between 2 points? Well, let's start off. There's a couple ways. Maybe let's do it both ways. So maybe the more basic way that you might start off with, because we already know this, right? The equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. So how are we going to write the equation of this line? Well, first off, let's find the slope, because we can find the slope. So how do you find the slope? Well, the slope is the rise over run. So if we want a formula, we're going to have the difference in the y values divided by the difference in the x values. So what is that here? Well, that's going to be negative 3 minus 2 over 5 minus 1. So that's negative 5 fourths. Okay, so what can we do from here? Well, we can start writing the equation, because now we know the m. So we could do y equals the m, which is negative 5 fourths, x plus b. And if you're doing it this way, what you do at this point is you plug in one of the points for x and y. So we could use this one because it seems easier. So we could go 2 equals negative 5 fourths x, which is 1, so just times 1, plus b. Because see, now we have just this equation that only has b in it, so we can solve for b by just adding 5 fourths to both sides. So what's 2 plus 5 fourths? Well, 2 is 8 fourths. So that's going to get us that b is 13 fourths. And so now we know the full equation, because we know b now. It is 13 fourths. And that is the equation. And now what Loaf of Bread is saying in the comments is that we should be really using here, and I agree with him, is point slope form, which is this. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And that might be a complicated formula to remember, but just notice, especially since we already have it written, is that if we take our slope formula here and we multiply both sides by that, we like cross multiply, notice that you basically get point slope form. You get the slope times x minus x equals y minus y, which is exactly what point slope form is. That's where point slope form comes from. But this is so great now, because now all you have to do to find the equation is, let's change to a more visible color, is plug in the slope and plug in whatever point you want. We'll use that same point we did last time. And right there we go. That's the equation of this line. If we wanted to, we could make it better, make it look like, maybe we could put it in slope-intercept form by cross-multiplying and then adding the 2 to both sides. But look how it's basically the same thing we did last time. We end up with that negative 5 fourths x and then plus 5 fourths plus 2, which is what we said was 13 fourths. But just look how much quicker that is. And especially when how they word this equation, they just want, oh, you know what? They didn't even want the equation. They just wanted the slope. That's why you got to read the equation. Read the question. All they wanted was the slope. We found that right at the beginning. But hey, you got a free lesson as well, how to write the equation of the line between 2 points. I'm sure we'll do that again at some point.